Good morning, children. We are continuing today the topic physical features of India. Already we have learned different physical features. You have learned the Himalayas, you learned the peninsular plateau, you learned northern plains, and in Zoom class I had already taken the desert. Now you are moving on to the coastal plains, and during the Zoom classes I had already shown you the map where each and every physical feature, that means each and every physical feature of India, that is the Himalayas, the northern plains, the peninsular plateaus, the deserts, etc. are located. So, in the next classroom map I will be showing you which are the coastal areas of coastal plains and the islands, which is the left out one you are going to learn in the next class. So, today you will be learning about the coastal plains. You know what is a coastal area, isn't it? It's a flat area of land which is located near an ocean or a sea. Vast areas you will be seeing. You call it as coastlines. You call it as coastal areas. And India is a country which is blessed with vast areas of long coastline. We are having a very long coastline also. So, these coastal plains are divided into two: western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain. In India, coastline is divided into two: western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains. And these coastal plains, it begins from the Gulf of Kutch and ends in Kanyakumari. Now, moving on to the western coastal plains. See, each and this coastal plains, it will be moving through 9 states and 2 union territories. So, find out which are the 9 states and the 2 union territories through which the coastal plains move. You have to find it out. Now, moving on to the western coastal plain. Western coastal plain starts from the Gulf of Kutch. It starts from the Gulf of Kutch and moves towards the south through Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and Kerala, and it touches Kanyakumari. And Kanyakumari, it is the southernmost tip of India. Now, this part lies along the coastline of Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats. This western coastal plain is very much narrow, and this western coastal plain itself is divided into 3: Konkan coast, Kannad coast and Malabar coast. This coastline, that means this Konkan coastline extends from Mumbai to Goa, Kannad coast from Goa to Kochi, and Malabar coast from Kochi to Kanyakumari. And these are tourist spots also, especially the Malabar coast. It is an area of tourist spot because of the presence of a large number of lagoons. Lagoons means they are backwaters which you see. So, and these lagoons are very small, very shallow lakes that you see. And the climatic condition here is warm and moist climate. Heavy rainfall is usually found from June to September, and the rivers that you see here includes Narmada, Tapti, etc. And do you know what are the crops that is grown here? So, the crops mainly grown here is cashew nut, then groundnuts are there, rice is widely grown, sugarcane is also cultivated here. So, this is about the western coastal plain. Western coastal plain extends from, or it begins from Gulf of Kutch and ends in Kanyakumari. It is a southernmost tip. It is divided into 3: Konkan, Kannad and the Malabar coast. Now, moving on to the eastern coastal plain. So, from Kanyakumari, again this coast is moving on towards the south, towards the north up to Bay of Bengal. This long coastline you call as the eastern coastal plain, which is found near the eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. And the total length of this eastern coastal plain is 6,100 kilometers. It is much more wider compared to the western coastal plain. It is smoother also. The soil here is much more smoother compared to the western coastal plain. The main rivers or the major rivers found here include Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, which make a fertile soil which gives or which replenishes the area with a huge amount of alluvial soil, and thereby the states near these areas you call as the rice bowl of India. Now, this eastern coastal plain is again divided into two. In the northern portion you call it as northern Sircars. It extends from West Bengal to Andhra Pradesh, and in the south you call it as the Coromandel Coast, which extends from Andhra to Kanyakumari. So here majority of the rainfall occurs during the months of October, November and December. Now the crops that is being cultivated include sugarcane, rice, cotton, jute, etc. Now major seaports are also found here because of the geographical conditions present here. A lot of port facilities are available here, which includes Kolkata, Paradeep, Chennai and Visakhapatnam. So these are all included, these seaports are all included in your map work also. So which are the major seaports found here? They include Kolkata, Paradeep, Visakhapatnam and Chennai. These are the main seaports. So you will be asked the difference between western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain. Learn what is lagoons also. The next and the last physical feature is the island groups. So in total we have about 1208 islands. So in India we have about 615 islands. Out of that 572 are in Bay of Bengal. Here there are 36 inhabited islands and 43 in the Arabian Sea, out of which 11 are inhabited islands. So our island groups are divided into two, Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. I hope you know what is island. Island is an elevated land portion which is surrounded by water on all the sides. So we have two island groups in India. They are Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Lakshadweep Islands is the island group that you see in the Arabian Sea, that is in the west portion, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands is the island group that you see in the Bay of Bengal, it is in the east. Now moving on to the Lakshadweep Island. The Lakshadweep Island is the smallest union territory in India and it is very close to the Malabar coast. And earlier this Lakshadweep Island was known as Lakkadev, Minicoy and Amandevi Islands. Later in an amendment made by the government in 1973, the name was rechanged to Lakshadweep. Now it is known as Lakshadweep Island. It is 32 square kilometers in length, and mostly this Lakshadweep Island is known as a coral island. So what are corals? See, coral, it's a short-lived microorganism that you always find living in colonies. They are found living in groups, and they are found in shallow mud-free areas, and they secrete calcium carbonate, and this secretion and the skeleton of these corals together make coral deposition, which you call as coral reefs. So Lakshadweep Island, most of the islands are coral islands. It's a beautiful sight, and because of the presence of these corals here, no forest area is being found, and it has varieties of flora and fauna here, and main occupation of the people living here is agriculture and fishing, and Kavaratti is the capital of Lakshadweep Islands, and you can find a bird sanctuary here which is called as the Pitti Bird Sanctuary, and Androt is the largest island here, and Bitra is the smallest island that you find in Lakshadweep. Now moving on to Andaman and Nicobar Islands, it is situated in Bay of Bengal. And there are Andaman and Nicobar Islands constitute 572 islands, out of which 36 are only inhabited and the others are uninhabited islands. And Andaman and Nicobar Islands is found on Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea, and it's a narrow chain in the north, narrow chain of islands which move in the northern direction. Port Blair is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar, and this islands, Andaman and Nicobar, is believed to be an elevated portion of a submarine mountain, and this submarine mountain here, it's a southernmost southward extension of a mountain range called the Arakan Yoma, which is found in the Myanmar, and it is an extension, this Arakan Yoma is an extension of the Purvanchal range, which you have already learned when you learn the Himalayas. So, this Andaman and Nicobar Island is believed to be an extension of a submarine mountain range, and here this Andaman and Nicobar Island constitutes of two islands. They are Andaman in the north and Nicobar in the south, which is divided or separated by a 10-degree channel. So, 10-degree channel means it is only a 10-degree latitude. So, this latitude separates Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and this Andaman and the major islands that you see in Andaman and Nicobar are North Andaman Island, Middle Andaman Islands, South Andaman Islands and the Little Andaman Islands. And the India's, you can see a number of volcanoes also here. India's active volcano Barren Island is also found in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and this island group lies very close to the equator, and thereby the climatic condition here is equatorial climate. And because of this equatorial climatic conditions, there is abundant supply of rainfall, and thereby a variety of vegetation is also being found, including very thick forest cover. And because of the social and economic backwardness of people, the people living here are termed to be as tribals. You call them as tribals, and a variety of languages are spoken here, but the common trade language spoken here is Hindi. Agriculture and fishing is the main occupation of the people living here. Varieties of crops are also grown, especially rice, coconut, rubber, then papaya, pineapples, etc. are grown here, and a number of industries. Cotton is most commonly grown, and related to coconut is most popularly grown here, and coconut industries are also found here. And you can find, I already told, it is a thickly forested area. So, you can find dense tropical forest as well as near the coastal areas you can find mangrove forest also. So, this is related to Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and this is the last physical feature of India, and each and every physical feature I will be showing you on mapper while Zoom classes is being taken. I hope you understood this one. Thank you.